the things that we're definitely out in front of is fighter safety. I mean, these guys go through, first of all, this sport here, in almost 20 years that this sport's been around, there's never been a death or serious injury in the UFC. And the reason is because when you take two healthy athletes, you go in, you get them medically cleared and checked out the way that you're supposed to, you don't cut any corners, you go overboard on it, then you have the proper medical staff there while they're fighting, and then you get them checked up after the fight is over. It's 100% a safe sport. I mean, are there things like, you know, people talk about concussions and Parkinson's and all these other things. I mean, this is life, man. Things happen. You know, you never know what's going to happen, but when you go overboard on safety, things always turn out all right.
Same kind of question for any one of the fighters that want to answer. You guys, when you see these studies, do you get worried about, you know, your career?
No, I think mixed martial arts has been proven time and time again to be one of the safest sports you can play. I mean, every sport there is has some level of concussion or injury. You know, basketball players, they're fighting over the ball, they're elbowing each other. You know, football players, guys on the defensive line, over and over again, they're boom, boom, boom. You know, 230-pound men running as full speed and clashing into each other. You know, these are you know, major concussions that these guys are taking. Boxers, you know, round after round, they get punched in the head, and then they get an 8 count to stand back up. Turn your phone off, please. No, I'm joking. An 8 count to stand back up to get knocked out again. You know what I mean? So, you know, our sport, a lot of the times the fans are upset because the referees are stopping the fights too soon. So, you know, concussions, yeah, we take risks, but this is what we chose to do with our lives. And, you know, we find it pretty safe. That's what, or else we wouldn't be here.
You know, to kind of follow up on Jon Jones, I've been competing for almost 15 years now, and you know, you look at boxing, and Fernando Vargas is a really close friend of mine, and you know, he took some damage when he fought. It was at Trinidad. After that fight, he took some serious damage. A standing 8 count makes very bad brain damage happen for a guy's brain. In UFC, when you get stopped, you can't tell you to defend yourself. The match is over. It's done. That's it. It's over. So we're not sustaining blow after blow after blow, round after round, because we have big balls to step up and fight the next round and fight the next round where guys are getting hurt. I mean, I watched BJ Penn fight his last fight, and I love BJ. He's my brother. And to see the heart that he was showing, it was amazing. But the blows that were taken, it reminded me of a boxing match. And you see things like that happening. Yes, there's a scare tactic of us fighters not wanting to be injured. I mean, when I have problems and I start stuttering and you can't understand half the things I'm saying, I'm slurring my words so bad, I don't want to be at that point. No way. No thank you. I do not want to be to that point. And I look at it as there's a lot of MMA fighters that aren't like that at all. They're fine. I mean, intelligent, smart, are very articulate, and you know, that's what UFC fighters are about. The judges, or excuse me, the referees inside the octagon look out for our health at all times. Dana and Lorenzo, they always offer us to come down to Vegas and have us do brain scannings and make sure we're okay, and they take care of us. And it's just awesome to see that MMA fighters in general, or UFC fighters in general, are taken care of no matter what.
Yeah, just to follow up on that, the more we're learning about it right now with all the studies being done through the hockey players and football players, we've learned actually that MMA has already been on the right course. The fact that we don't have the standing 8 count, because they've already proven that the initial concussion, you see that in hockey and football, as long as you pull the player at that point, it's the secondary concussions that come after that incurs brain damage. That being said, as long as we don't have the standing 8 count, which has in boxing, you take a bad shot, you stand up, it's the most barbaric thing in the world. You give a guy 8 seconds or 10 seconds to sit there, are you okay? Well, he's a fighter, of course he's going to say he's okay. You have another trained fighter across the way, he's ready to go ahead and finish him off in the neutral corner. In our sport, it started out that way and it's already ended that way. We have I have no fear whatsoever. I'm a father of 4. I'll enter the cage every day and brain damage is the least of my worries. Not whatsoever. It's a completely safe sport in that regards, 100%, whereas in boxing, you know, obviously we have already proved you can't say that.
Questions for Dana? And one more thing on that, and even in the NFL, when guys get concussions, they need these guys to play again. They have to play. The season's only this long. These guys get put on medical suspension, where they're not even allowed to spar or do anything for 30, 60, 90 days, whatever it is the doctor suggests. So completely different.